Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. We going out blazing.
Let's get honey.
This is Propulation. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. 24/7 researching, it's all a fantasy. But if I make the right plays, it pays automatic. Bankroll showing that I know it dope strategy. On a winning streak, I'm stacking a dose and the bookies all get mad at me. Confident with how it plays, not clicking on a flex today. All I see is green and we all about to get paid. Arrogant shots on the stream, they be killing it. Never gonna stop it, I like if you feeling it. Thinking the players, they all know time you can't make up your mind and just go with your gut. Looked around, we found a glitch. No toast allowed, just post a list. Sophia's fine, sat to his stick, and Caitlin Clark just doesn't miss. Win, lose, or draw, we never quit. When we shoot the ball, it's another switch. Submit the link, it'll make you rich, and we going big. Don't be a bitch. Let's fucking go. We about to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. Let's fucking go. We going out blazing. This is Propulation. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. We about to go big.
This is the game.
We going out blazing.
Let's get honey.
This is Propulation. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks. About to go big. Kill him with the PrizePicks.
Yo, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's going on, everyone?
How you doing over there? You live at the game? What's up, man?
Oh, we are down here ringside, waiting for the players to get ready for their warm-ups.
Oh,
Gonna be
hell yeah.
Checking out Miss Clark at home tonight, and
You're
the
in-
crowd goes wild.
You're in Indiana? You're in Indiana, bro? That's what's up.
Oh, yeah.
How much it cost
Got
for
front
that?
row ticket.
How much it cost for that flight and that ticket?
At least an arm and a finger.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah. But we made it. We're back. It is Tuesday, May 28th, Taco Tuesday. Hey, got our first WNBA taco of the season, and super excited about it. Always joined as always by Mr. Underrated. What's going on, man?
Chillin', man. Chillin'. We had a day off. I thought I was going to get some sleep, but I was up for some Japanese baseball instead, and so now I'm half asleep with you, but I can tell you got some energy, so I'm happy. We need you to have that energy. I'll just be here talking shit to you and looking through these plays with you, but I'm glad you got some energy back after that long week we had, so that's good.
Yeah, it was definitely great to get that day of rest in. You know, we had a little bit of MLB, some soccer, and sprinkling, the whatever sports we had remaining, and it was still a pretty good day. I saw a lot of green going down in the Discord. Still making money even on the days off, so love to see it. Talking about the Discord, as always, if you guys could, check out that free link down below. 7-day free trial is still going on right now. Limited time, we might be pulling it here soon because we're kind of getting into the thick of WNBA season here. So make sure you guys stop by, check it out. And before we get going, also do us a huge solid, hit that like and subscribe button down below. It's free as always, and if you guys got any questions, comments, or concerns, throw them in the chat and we'll get to them here.
Yes, sir. What you thinking today, man? You gonna go Phoenix, Connecticut first up?
Yeah. Let's go ahead and start with that one. I think this game is pretty appealing. A couple of just kind of overall metrics to go over, and a little bit of injury news. Phoenix, man, I swear this team always is just plagued with injuries, and hopefully it doesn't all kind of come at once, but we'll see. I mean, this team is just notorious for having injuries left and right, and I hate to say it because this team actually looks like really good, like legit contender this year, and I love the three-point volume. We've seen at least this kind of a style of offense so far without Griner, and we'll see how it continues. And then we got Connecticut finally back at home. They had a really, really close game with Minnesota this last time, and thankfully pulled it out. Oh no, Chicago. Yeah. Thankfully pulled it out after AT got ejected. with the whole Reese situation, and still picked up the W. So good to see that. Did you get to see that whole interaction with AT and with Reese?
Nah, I didn't. I saw a highlight, but I didn't really see what happened. You tell me. Did she throw her on the ground or what? Was it a big deal?
Yeah, I mean it was definitely I think on the grounds of at least player safety. The interaction, I mean, it was pretty back and forth, and the kind of over the top that AT, she really just lost her composure there at the end, and thought she was going to get away with a foul, and instead of it going for like a flagrant, they just went for the straight tech, and she got teed out. So, like, I get why she got upset. I mean, she definitely caught a hand. Basically, she caught like a backhand to the face as Reese was going up, and then whenever Reese went up, I mean, she basically hit her with the rock bottom. I mean, she threw her down straight down on her back to the ground, and it, I get the frustration, and I get that I'm sure it was infuriating that the refs weren't calling; they were just letting them play and letting it get out of hand. But you can't do that. I mean, at least for player safety, and some of these new ladies coming in that are under the player spotlight for the rookies, you can't do that. I mean, the refs are definitely going to crack down on that. So, everything kind of all in all, it sucks because AT was definitely pacing for a triple double, but you got to get that under control. You can't let that get the best of you.
Right. And we're going right back to her today, aren't we? AT.
We are.
Did they move
Absolutely.
her lines at all, or are they sitting right where they were last time?
Well, now her lines are basically right back to what they were. But if you guys got that sneak peek and early look here in the Discord yesterday, we actually scooped up AT her assist whenever she opened at 7. Thought that was a phenomenal value play, and clearly you can see she's already moved all the way up to 8 flat. And even on some books, they're still leaning towards the overs. So I wouldn't even be surprised if potentially she goes up to 8.5, but that might be kind of a stretch here. I think PrizePicks will play it safe and just kind of leave her at 8 flat.
Yeah, I see 7.5 underdog, but they're only paying 0.85, so definitely 8 flat on all the fantasy sites minimum. So that 7 was a huge value. Nice call. Hey, Big Sean's here. He says, "Hey E, I hope you brought your movie knowledge. I know it's all wrong. By rights, we shouldn't even be here, but we are. It's like in the great stories, Mr. Frodo, the ones that really mattered."
I mean, that's got to be a Lord of the Rings reference.
He said name that movie, so I mean, there you go. Right?
Yeah, it's definitely a Lord of the Rings
You need the right
reference.
one. Is that what it is?
I mean, probably the Fellowship, the first of the Lord of the Rings series. I'm not 100% sure on that one. Man, there's so much Lord of the Rings lore and like movies and stuff like that.
Is it true that
It's
you
at least one
also
of
didn't you eat a big ass pot brownie too before you got on here today?
Oh yeah. I ate a fat ass pot brownie, and that shit is definitely hitting. So if you guys see me cheesing, feeling pretty good, or having these bags going on, that is what it is. But I'm feeling good, honestly, man. I'm loving today.
Good. That's because you got some rest and we're back fresh. On the last few streams at the end of last week, we were like struggling to get through, and it's always fun. But I feel the fresh fun today. And D says Hamby has a talkover. Hamby has a taco for over 29 PRA. I'm sure you like that. We already played that a little bit, right?
Yeah, I absolutely love Hamby here. There's kind of a slight drawback to her today we have Claridon. She's going to be out, so Ari McDonald is probably going to start, and that means also Rakia Jackson will play some more minutes off the bench. Really, something to think about. I think there is now more assist upside for her, but also somebody is a capable player. Like, these players are actually going to take somewhere between 6 to 10 field goal attempts. I know McDonald, she had 10 field goal attempts last game, and I think 26 or 28 minutes. So they're going to impact somebody somewhere, but it's just kind of to be determined who that's directly going to impact.
Right. G-Man's here.
Hey, what's up, dude? What's going on? Man, this is gonna bump soon. I'm still on the fence about this Cloud.
Wait, sorry. How's Brianna Jones still 11 and a half?
I don't know. Her first half bumped up to 12, or bumped up to 6, and I believe she went from 11 to 11 and a half. So there was some movement, but she should easily be 12.
Oh, it was 11?
Yeah.
At one time? Oh, I thought it was 11 and a half the whole time. It's bumping everywhere else. It's bumping to 12 on Underdog right now. And let's see if it's even on Parlay. Nope, they don't have it on Parlay. And I was looking on Props Builder this morning. It's 12 and a half there, so.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely still like this full game here.
12 and a half on Hot Streak, too.
Yeah, and I'm not trying to jump ahead here, but I do see somebody just posted Cloud their assist. So if we wanted to play it at the 6.5, now is the time to do it because she's going to bump back to 7 here in a few minutes. Yeah, I don't want to rush the 5 pick here, but I kind of feel like I might have to if we want to secure this value. Talk me off the ledge here. Am I crazy or what?
With what? The 3 in the queue?
Yeah, it's
No.
these 3 plus the Hamby.
Oh, the 4
Hamby discount.
No, you're not crazy. I mean, I just been my last 2 favorite plays have just faltered, so it's hard for me. I'm just here like, yeah, they look good to me. But if I say over the top, yeah, I love them, it's gonna jinx them, so I'm not gonna say it. But I like them.
Well, I'll show you guys at least kind of a maybe and why I think she still could get there for us. One of them, the biggest thing is going to be Sutton is out tonight for Phoenix, so they really don't have a designated backup point guard to really kind of run the facilitate the offense. And we see here last game, I mean, she had a 48% offensive usage. So basically 50% of the assists going around in the game are all going through her. And if you look on paper, the matchup a little bit scary here. Connecticut is 4th best against the assist allowed. But, I mean, it's essentially Connecticut's still allowing 20 assists overall per game. So if 50% of those are all going through Cloud, essentially we got roughly a good 9 to 10 assist potential to work with here. We need Phoenix to land those shots. So I think strong consideration. It's not a good matchup. I gotta stress that it's not a great matchup, but the minutes should definitely be there. The usage is absolutely going to be there, and we just need some buckets to fall. So that's kind of where my head's at with her. Just to hit on the other props here real fast, Caitlin Clark and AT. They moved Clark up to 7 from 6.5, and AT, like I said, she got that enormous bump from 7 to 8. But both of these teams that they're going up against in the Sparks and Phoenix, they are allowing the most and second most assists per game, and both of these players are basically rocking about a 40% assist rating. So if you run the math there's roughly a 19 assist range. We got about 18.5 to 20 assists tonight. I'm projecting for the combo here, so massive ceiling, and I think this is going to bump to 15 basically at any time. And then last, real fast, wiki didn't mean to rhyme there, but
Good one.
it did.
Good one.
Brianna Jones, we just talked about her real fast, and her usage, Phoenix, they're allowing kind of middle of the pack points in the paint, but I think that her usage rating is definitely going to be really nice today. I'm still rocking about a 28% offensive usage. She's turning up a lot more in the first half. We got that first half at 5.5, and that was a really, really good value play. But I can see her easily getting about 14 points tonight again.
Okay. CJ says Reese under points.
Did she get pulled? Now that she's back at 11.5, I don't know about that. I mean, she was all the way up to 13, I think, or 12.5. That one I would have considered, but if she gets into foul trouble, yes, I definitely can see it. But NECA, she's been kind of mediocre on the defense, I gotta say. I mean, this last game was a little bit more impressive, but overall, they're still allowing a fair amount of points in the paint. And if Reese isn't in foul trouble, the usage has definitely been there for her. She's been clearly the number 2 on the team. So a little bit of risk there. I mean, kind of playing with fire. You know, she's barely getting over, but it's right there on the line. You know, I'll just say that.
Okay, so we have a 4 pick there. I could throw the link in the chat, or do you want to add one more to have a 5 just to get the? Do you have one more you would want to add, or do you want to just throw out the 4 like that?
I mean, I did like. I'm not gonna lie. I did like NECA her first half points at 9.5. Quite a bit. This is the prime matchup for her today. Number 1 points in the paint allowed, number 1 second chance points, number 1 offensive rebounds. Like every chance in the world for her to score today is this game.
Mike, Michelle says Bonner fantasy? Question mark. And I'm gonna add NECA first half to that 4 pick, if that's cool with you. And
yeah,
put it in the chat.
I feel pretty good about these 5. I'm not gonna lie here.
Okay, I'll put that in and throw the link in the chat if anyone wants to ride with those 5, and you can look at Bonner's fantasy, or if you have any thoughts on that.
Yeah, and we also throw that in the Discord for us as well. Do me a huge solid.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. Yes, that question about Bonner. So I'm gonna clear this out since we're gonna get that posted in the chat for you guys. Bonner, yes, I do like her today. They keep taxing up her first half, so I don't know if this is a better read on her, but she's got some really good PR upside today. Let's see. Yeah, the 33 fantasy is definitely not bad. I mean, she's playing pretty heavy minutes. She got over this line. I mean, really at the end of the fourth quarter, after AT went out, she turned up pretty big and ended up pulling out the victory for them. I'm trying to think. So the thing about the fantasy, I'm assuming more than likely tonight she's going to end up covering Taurasi on the other side. I think both of those tall, lanky frames match up really well against each other, and more than likely they're going to put Ty Harris on Cloud, and then I think the typical defensive move has been to put Carrington on the best offensive player, so that's got to be Copper. I'm assuming that's more than likely the situation, and I mean, really, that just gives Bonner, I think, a great scoring upside here if she's just squaring off with Taurasi the whole time. But when they turn around on defense, I mean, there is a small chance that Copper could turn around and actually cover Bonner here. So just something to keep an eye on. You know, Bonner's got a really good mid-range. Her three-point shot has been really broken this season. Not impressed with it at all. And she could struggle a little bit scoring on the inside. But, you know, I don't mind it. I mean, you're basically paying for a production per minute, so I could see it. You just need some steals.
Okay. Coach says we have 3 discounts on PrizePicks. Hamby, Cat, and CS2 play, I guess. And then Renz says, who is the linebacker of the day? And D says, fire emojis.
Oh, let's go.
Who's the linebacker of the day, though? Is it AT? She's a linebacker. She's a middle
it's
linebacker.
Gonna be AT.
Yeah,
it's gonna be AT. She's gonna be linebacker, quarterbacker today. She's gonna do everything.
cool. I like it.
Yeah, AT. Honestly, I got her down for almost a triple double today. I think she's easily getting 10 assists here. Probably 11 assists. I wouldn't be surprised. But yeah, after this last game, she's gonna demand ball every single possession. I guarantee you, we see her charging at the lane, being aggressive early, just filling up the stat sheet. She was on pace for that triple double last game, and just the ejection was the only reason she missed out on it. So, all that being said, I think you could strongly consider the fantasy. Like I said, she was going to get this. The turnovers are a little bit of a concern, so I'm kind of annoyed about that. Maybe the PRA could be the better move, but Yeah, you're playing bumps now. That's the only thing about that. Yeah.
Renz and Kendrick both agree. AT.
Yeah.
PRA
yeah.
or fantasy if you had to pick one, he says, for AT. You like her PRA or her fantasy today?
Probably the fantasy, just because she could get some stock upside on Sophie. I mean, Sophie's been a pretty good defender, I will say. I mean, she's been averaging several stocks a game, but her ball handling skills have been really terrible. So if she gets any kind of like extended ISO time with AT, I could see AT easily getting 2 steals off just Sophie alone today. And then kind of a small little backdrop here. So with the guard situation on Phoenix, what they're going to do tonight is they're going to run primarily through Cloud as a whole, but their secondary playmaker, it's not Tarasi, and I know you might think that would be her, but it's actually Natasha Mack. They set a lot of high screens. They set a lot of pick and rolls for Copper, for Tarasi on the high key. So it's essentially, I'm expecting somewhere like a 60-20, something breakdown like that tonight for the assist rating and that whole playmaking. So yeah.
Leon?
Yeah, well, it's Alice being a
Alice? Come on, Alice. You know we're doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I think the fantasy probably best overall. Sophie should have her hands full tonight with AT, and the turnovers for AT, that's got to get in check. I mean, I gotta believe some positive regression is coming her way, where she has like a 2 turnover game and a high steal, high stock game.
There you have it.
And she's at home. I mean, AT's always just a beast at home.
Big Sean wants Copper's threes, but he said, or just points, which he liked better. If either.
I don't love it today, but I think if you had to pick the threes, she's been pulling from a really high clip, and at least so far through the season, I think she's actually cleared that in every single game. And it's so funny to think that she opened the season at 1.5 threes. Like, oh my God, so free.
Yeah, she wasn't really a super 3-point shooter until this year more. She seemed like she's shooting threes a lot more this year.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, almost kind of a 50%, 45 to 50% range, give or take. She is not getting the points without the threes. So I will say that.
Okay. Youngin says Hamby over 10.5 rebounds. How's that hit you? Well, I guess since we have the taco already, PRA, probably just roll with that, huh?
Yeah, I love the rebound still. I mean, it was one of our first plays last night. PrizePicks, they did bump it up to 11 with their algorithm, but they manually adjusted it back down to 10.5. So I think that is by and large from the taco. And once her time expires from the taco, I think that she will probably see the bump back up to 11 before locks. But I do love it. I mean, she's just been an absolute rebound machine, averaging almost, I think, 12.5 rebounds per game. So it's still well underneath her season average right now. And she's just playing an insane amount of minutes. I mean, I'll play anybody that plays 35 plus a night.
I feel it. Quinn says, listening to you guys on my drive home from work. Let's go!
Hey, what's up, Quinn?
Don't crash.
Glad to
Don't
have
crash.
you, buddy.
Drive safe.
Yeah. I'm definitely with the Hamby rebounds, and I think, let me see, she had another combo with somebody else.
Youngin says I got Hamby over double. I like that.
Yeah,
I was looking at that
nice.
yesterday too. Yeah. What is that on Underdog? 0.65 they're only paying out for that though. That's not very wonderful. Yesterday I think it was 0.85 I want to say, so that lost some value overnight.
Yeah, I mean, if you need it for a parlay piece or a filler piece or something like that, I totally get it. She should have 10 rebounds tonight for sure. Yeah, if that's what you're needing to know, I got her for at least 10 rebounds tonight. I'm expecting about 13 to 14 again, but I think 10.5 super safe, 10 for sure, definitely got to have it. And then lastly for her, The Boston Hamby one, I think, is very appealing. Boston, she's been kind of priced into more minutes lately. I think we could see maybe the coach adjust the starting five again now that Christy Wallace is back. But she mixed it up again this last time, and we had Fagbegley. She ended up getting the nod alongside of Boston, so Smith got sent to the bench here. And something to keep an eye out for. Indiana's going to be a bit of a wild card. There's maybe one or two positions that they're kind of messing with right now. Let's see. Do we have any? Yeah, we're all caught up on questions right now, right?
Yeah, looks like it. I was just giving you a little background. There you are. It's your home office. Looks good.
Yeah, there we go. Got my plant in the background there. My big fern.
Make sure you water it.
I will.
Okay.
I'll dust it off too. Okay, so I know just before, because I do want to make sure it's clarified before it gets bumped, one of my favorite plays today is going to be the combo prop here. All the stuff I mentioned early, super high ceiling rate for both of them. Potential, honestly, for both of them to have a double-double today. Projected right around 19 assists for the two of them. So probably my favorite play of the day currently on the board, in case anyone was asking or wondering about it.
Youngin
And
says
then this,
Cloud over 6.5.
Wow.
Sorry, 6.5 assists as well. You like that one too?
Yeah, that was in the slip that you just posted.
Right. Okay. Youngin's on board with that.
Yeah, yep. I definitely like it. Not a great matchup, but we're going to get the minutes and we're going to get all the usage she can handle. Just knock on wood here. Got plenty. Make sure, please, Phoenix, keep the game close. Connecticut, they've had some weird defensive metrics lately. They are top 3 in field goals made, field goal attempts per game, but they're number 1, just ironically, in field goal percentage made per game. So players have just been really running hot against them lately. They're scoring very efficiently, and something's got to give. So low key, a little worried. Hopefully we don't see a blowout or anything like that tonight, but just something to keep in mind in the back of your head. But yeah, I do like this for sure.
Cool. There's some decent plays still left that haven't got bumped too much, right? Like that 5 pick's decent for 2 p.m. Usually they're all bumped and fucked up by now.
Yeah, thankfully today we're not getting a whole lot of line movement just yet. I wouldn't be surprised if we do see it here shortly, but at least right now they're throwing us a bone here. They're bumping stuff back down to make it a little bit more favorable. Another interesting cloud prop here. We'll just kind of hit on props today. I think we've already seen these games. I mean, shoot, the Sparks in Indiana just played, and the Phoenix Connecticut matchups really similar. Basically, Connecticut and Dallas almost identical teams right now. Dallas is just playing at a slightly faster pace. Phoenix, they're playing at one of the fastest pace in the leagues. So pretty comparable to the last game that they just played here. And then Chicago, Seattle, 2 pretty fast teams. I like the total, and we'll actually get to the game totals and stuff here in just a second. I do like that Brink over 0.5 threes as well. Yes.
You saw that?
Yeah, they took it off the board earlier, and I was annoyed because I actually had Brink for the threes, and then I was going to pair it with Cloud here, and then they took it down, and I was just like, all right, screw it.
Kendrick says not worried about Lee minutes going up for Pete Davidson's boards. Not worried about Lee.
No, Lee, she actually picked up more minutes just on the fact that Brink got into massive foul trouble, and Lee was actually playing fairly well that game, so coach just ended up leaving her out there up until the latter part of the game. As long as Brink doesn't get into massive foul trouble, I don't think she's any kind of a concern off the bench, but it's something to think about. But I mean, she seems so out of sync with the offense still right now. Like, the only thing she was good for really was rebounding. So if they fall behind or anything like that tonight, I don't think coach she can't lean on her tonight, because there's like no offensive upside to her really.
Okay. And then Sean says Cameron Brink PR he added to the 5-piece for funsies. He's on Brink today. He's on Brink. Alien Arms Brinky.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I totally get it. Just, I mean, man, I got a feeling the coach is going to start on Indiana. I think she's going to start Fag Bentley again. And she has been an absolute house inside of the paint. So we need to see the team expanding that bag for Brink again. This last game, they got her really active, like I was predicting. You know, I definitely put out that warning about taking her unders. They drafted her first, so they've got to get this player going. I mean, they're going to get her worked into the offense. And now with McDonald, I mean, she's a really great playmaker. So I'm hoping they try to expose that mid-range and that three-point shot again for Brink. And if that's the case, I mean, she's comparable to Alana Smith. I mean, just think about her in the exact same position. Pause. The exact same, the exact same play style, like position on the floor, all that stuff. You know, they're going to be kind of that run and gun offense. And I did like to see that pace this last game. That pace ticked up a nice little bit. So McDonald running the offense, we could see things snapping a little bit quicker tonight, and that's pretty exciting. Hopefully they keep this game close.
I'm glad you cut yourself. Sharpie's up in here. He said, let's fucking go. 43 in this bitch. Smash the like. They do this for free. Help out the algorithm, fellas.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much, honestly. And it helps so much, you know, hitting that like button down below, getting us an algorithm. We're still a baby YouTube channel right now, but we're on the come up, and we appreciate you guys, you know, getting here in the ground level. So thank you guys so much.
Speaking of, Big Ray's here. Big Ray, do or die picks. Let's get this paper.
Let's go.
Hamby,
all right.
Hamby first basket plus 550.
Yeah, that one's interesting. I don't know how to think about that one today. I know that they have had Brianna Jones at really good odds for the first basket, and that one I did like. They go to her almost, I mean, religiously every single first play.
There we go. Then that's a good call. Then plus 550. That's good money. D said he tailed the 5-man. Good luck.
Oh yeah. Ray, speaking of that, so we actually posted a 5-pick in the chat. I'm not sure if people joining after the chat can see the previous stuff as well, but favorite play today is definitely this combo assist here between AT and Clark. I absolutely love this. And
do or die.
What was the? Yeah. If I had to pick, you know, definitely these two right here. This is a solid $75 in the bag right there.
Woo! We called it. Youngin says Mabry over PRA.
Yeah, Mabry, man, she's been on a mission lately. She was one of the Euro MVPs. Her absolutely balled during the offseason overseas. She's doing so much for this team. You know, I think that honestly, the RA always in consideration. The PRA 29 kind of feels a touch high. I think if you're gonna go there, just kind of based off of the defensive matchup, she probably won't turn the ball over too much this game, but there is a lot of steal upside for her tonight. She'll probably be squaring off somewhere on the mix between Lloyd and Skylar on the perimeter, and both of those two are still turning the ball over a ton every game. And I'm kind of surprised. I mean, she did just push the fantasy this last game, but she's been absolutely getting this. I mean, she's filling up the stat sheet all around. The turnovers kind of fluky, but I think there's enough room for steals tonight to offset any of the turnovers today.
Alrighty.
And she was 27-5 last game, so there's definitely a little movement on this.
Oh, I hate her.
Yeah, she's been an absolute witch. I mean, she's playing way above her head right now. I think honestly, if we back up here just for a second and kind of look at what she's doing as a whole, I think two really, really strong plays for her today. One of them is, as I mentioned, the RA. She's even though she is a guard, she's playing more like a small forward right now. She's positioning really well for the rebounds. The rebounds have been really steady, really solid. So the RA, really good look. And then her 3 points made. I think the volume has been very consistent, somewhere between I want to say 7 to 8 range at least per game. We could see her come out, with a fresh rest for the whole team and be able to even maybe get up to that 9-10 range again. And super efficient. I mean, she's been absolutely cooking from that 3. And even this last game against Connecticut, I mean, still put up 23 points.
Maybe. Where's Big Two at
Maybe.
today? That's his favorite player. He's not here today to cheer her on. I'm sure he'll be in the Discord, though.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll be around later. It's probably a little busy day for him.
He said he was in the lab. He said he's a chemist. You see that? So Big Two, you're a chemist? Okay. There you go.
Hey, that's awesome.
Well, if you're not going game by game, what you thinking then?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm hitting on all the props that I have interest in for you guys today. Anything that may or may not move. I'm loving the interaction in chat today. A lot of questions. Love to see it.
Okay. I like that too. Kendrick says, am I the only one on Reese full FP? I assume fantasy points? People liking Reese today? Or did we have an under Reese earlier? Was it over or under earlier? The last Reese question.
The last one was under her points.
Okay.
Somebody was asking about. So there was a little bit of movement down for Reese, and I do like that because she was kind of like right on the line. Oh, excuse me, get the hiccups. I almost want to say maybe just a straight up PR, but the fantasy feels pretty nice at 25. The only thing about her is there's, I think, a little bit more added risk of foul trouble tonight because she is going to be playing against Nneka Ogwumike, and Nneka has been very crafty at drawing fouls. She's been very creative at the offensive putbacks and being able to put herself in a position to get an and one. So if Reese does not get into foul trouble tonight, I think she will easily go over her points in this fantasy line, no problem. But I would not be surprised to see Reese go out and play like 5 or 6 minutes and have 2 fouls in the first quarter or first half. I would not be surprised tonight.
Ugh, there's nothing worse than that. That feeling's terrible.
Yeah, and not only because of Ogwumike, but also because of Ezzy. Ezzy, she has one of the top 5 offensive rebound ratings in the league right now. And again, Chicago allowing some of the most offensive rebounds per game and offensive putbacks. So the second chance points are coming from the offensive putbacks and off of the offensive rebounds leading into fouls. And we've seen Reese get in that early first half foul trouble. So this last game, maybe she got into AT's head a little bit more, kind of got away with it. But even still, I mean, AT, she missed basically an entire, quarter and a half of the game, and she still couldn't even get over this. So not only having Ogwumike to deal with, but Ezzy in a close game, she plays the entire game. So she will be on the floor at all times. And she just got to keep the hands to herself. I got to say that.
Ray says, Hamby's 33.5 PRA on Bovada.
Yeah. She opened at that, and PrizePicks made that bump to 34 flat right before the whole taco thing. So I'm not surprised at all. I think she stays at 34 flat on PrizePicks, and I think that she also is going to see this rebound. This is going to bump up to 11 flat at some point. Fairly confident in that.
Okay. 6-0 Reggie says Diana first half point. Smash that like.
Yeah, I'm down with Phoenix. Again, with Sutton being out, Taurasi, I will say Taurasi, she has been at 7.5. Last time that we mentioned her on stream, a couple times she was at 7.5. This one did move a full point, so I get it. She's been absolutely doing, getting it done. I think if you're chasing true value, it's probably here in the PRA. You get a little bit more of a wiggle room upside for the playmaking, but I totally get it. Her first half has been an absolute wagon. It's basically been a 1-2 punch between her and Copper. First half, Taurasi, it's her show with Copper. And then second half, Taurasi's been kind of taking a back seat. So totally get it. Totally get it.
Okay. Franz Gonzaga says, I ran Reese and Nneka rebound combo. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I totally get it. I mean, honestly, both of these teams are in a great rebounding spot. Seattle, they're not really shooting that many threes to begin with. And Chicago, they're basically just like Dallas. They're shooting bottom of the barrel threes as well. So there's a ton of opportunity for rebounds inside the paint tonight. A ton. I like anything PR, points, rebound for both NECA and for Ezzy Magbagor tonight. And then on the other side, I think Reese is the better lean. Liz Williams, I can't trust her. She's all over the place. And they bumped up her point line. So, yeah. Anything else other than that? I think on the interior, you're kind of risking it because you don't know what's going to happen with the foul situation. And I think that it's definitely something I got to stress a lot tonight. Refs have been blowing so many whistles lately.
All right, cool. That goes right along with D's next thing about NECA over points. He likes 19.5. Do you like her full game or her first half better? Either way, or I know you were kind of on her first half. I think, right?
Yeah, I like the first half just slightly better because she has more of a consistent offensive usage and we're kind of getting at a pretty normal line. I know this last game, her points had opened at 18.5 and she ended with 19. Let me see. Yeah. So she barely got over. I mean, granted, it was a blowout and she kind of chilled out a little bit in the second half.
Yeah.
But I get it. I mean, honestly, I think for her, like I said, points, PR, all that, there is a ceiling potential for both her and Ezzy Magbagor tonight. So can't go wrong.
Nice. Nathan says, do either of the teams, Caitlin Clark or AT, playing today high fouls? Something I'm looking at whenever I take assist props in WNBA with these ladies that are foul machines. Makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
We love you,
let's take a look at
Caitlin.
that.
Yay, Caitlin props. We haven't talked about Caitlin enough. Yay.
Yeah. So, I mean, both of these teams are very kind of middle of the pack, I would say. Indiana, they are they're in the top 5. I mean, they're at 5th right here, but they've also played a shitload of games. So some of these other teams, they don't have quite the same in-depth metrics. And, you know, Indiana early in the season, of course, they're going to foul a lot. I would say if I had to pick, Indiana is slightly more the foul-prone team. I mean, it translates both in NBA and WNBA for whatever comical parody. But if you had to pick, I would say more than likely Indiana. But again, I mean, coach is switching up the lineup, so there's a lot of unknown data and kind of underlying parts that we're not 100% sure about tonight. So I could, you know, I think this is about 80% accurate tonight, give or take.
Alrighty. Kendrick says, just feel like her confidence from last game went up. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you, bro. Big Quinn.
Yeah.
And Big Quinn says, neck over first half points paired with Reese under first half fantasy. Correlation slip.
I don't mind it. I definitely don't mind it. You know, Reese, she will have some block potential here, but I think there is also some really good turnover and offensive foul turnovers. Let's talk here. We'll talk about Reese here real fast, just so you guys can kind of see where she stood here in the last game. And so let's go over to Chicago. She is shooting super efficient. That's a whole lot of S's, but yes,
The she-shore.
yeah, she is shelling these baskets down by the seashore. So look at her. I mean, this has somewhat of a concern. I gotta say, this has got to be somewhat alarming. So even last game, 33 minutes. Granted, again, AT missed a lot of time on the floor here. Oh, dude, I didn't even know they had Queen Egbo too on Connecticut. That's so funny.
DMP. The coach said,
Yeah.
sit on the bench, buddy.
But yeah, so the offensive rating is a little bit alarming, only 17%. You can see she's way down here in the order, and that's still with Lisbeth Williams. I mean, she's playing 36 minutes, and so this is kind of telling me Chicago's not running a whole lot on the inside necessarily. They're running a lot of like the mid-range. They're getting a lot of foul calls right now. And as long as Reese is staying efficient, I mean, she is shooting very efficient, and that's kind of what's really carrying her over the top. But this is, I mean, that's got to be a little bit alarming for you. So if she's not getting the foul calls tonight, then we could be kind of sweating that.
What about under Big Liz? She too scary for you?
She's only scary just for the minutes. I mean, you know, like I said, she's playing like 36 minutes, almost 37 minutes. Damn near the whole game. You know, they really don't have a backup for her that they want to use at least. I get it. She's just playing a lot of minutes. That's all you got to know.
Yeah. Ray says, is Hamby over the 10.5 rebounds the do or die? No, it's not, right? Didn't you say you liked the assist combo? But I think Ray's on books now that I think about it. I think he needs do or die on books.
Yeah, if we were going in that order, I really like going right back to Hamby at 10.5 here.
Okay.
I think that outside of the taco here, yeah, these were two really, really strong plays for today. She's playing an insane amount of minutes.
Okay. Coach DFS says, do y'all like anything for Cameron Diaz-Brink for anything like points, rebounds, or fantasy?
Yeah. Oh, what's up, Coach? Man, I feel like I haven't seen that name in forever.
Yeah, I was confused.
I remember back in the chats, back in the day, at least from last year. So good to see you. And Brink, yeah,
evil twin.
She's very interesting today.
She fucked me last time. Hard.
She did. So there's been some interesting movement. So her fantasy definitely went way up. I mean, this is just insane. I mean, we played her the other day at 26, and she's all the way up to 33.5. That's wild.
We saw her score in that last game. That's why. She's
still...
That foul trouble is all it is.
Yeah, the foul trouble is definitely a concern tonight. So if you look at the last two games, okay, this last game she went up against Billings, which, I mean, Billings was one of our favorite plays on the day. Absolutely massive stock upside. Totally get it. She thankfully got there with the scoring and with the stocks because it was not with the rebounding. I mean, this fell off a cliff hard.
That's where I got fucked. God, that was terrible, bro. Terrible. That's what I did wrong the last 2 days. Mabry under killed me, and then Brink rebounds killed me. That's why I can't even have a favorite play today. I'm just riding with whatever. I can't even have a favorite play today, bro. I feel like I jinx it. Fuck.
No, I totally get it. So I think the rebounding for her is a little sketchy right now. I think I would feel better about probably. I mean, the PRA is right there on the line. I think for the matchup, the PRA is probably a solid move, and then just a point straight up. They've got to get her active. I mean, they've got to get her worked in the offense. You know, those couple games where she was only rocking 4 or 5 field goal attempts the whole game, that can't happen. I mean, she was their number one pick, so got to get something going here. I love the look of that mid-range game that she had, and she was busting out those threes again. If you can find the 0.5 threes made, I absolutely love that play. And kind of sad I didn't move on it a little bit earlier, but still, some of this, again, it's kind of dependent on what the starting five for Indiana looks like. Just assuming it's the same that we saw this last game, but you never know.
You said mid-range look? She's only a mid-range looker to you? Not a little bit better? Coach says she could fuck him hard anytime.
We actually just got. Hold on, we got news. Fag Bentley is going to start again tonight.
Oh, we had an Alyssa props yesterday, didn't we? For a minute. I swear they were on there.
Yeah.
And we should have jumped on them. We missed it.
Yeah, they caught wind of that. So, yeah, Fag Bentley is going to start again tonight alongside of Boston. So that right there, that's interesting. Bentley has been really, really good, like really damn good, shutting down some shooting. Yeah, because she's gonna cover Brink here for sure. So Brink has great footwork that she could definitely score. So I think there is good scoring upside tonight. There is very real concern for fouls now. and there is very limited, I think, stock upside. In fact, Bentley does not shoot the ball a lot. She's a very low volume shooter.
Well, Starborn 007 says hitting this blunt, about to get this money with y'all.
Let's go. I got mine on standby. Victory
know.
celebration here.
I gotta go roll mine right after this. Too many questions. I don't have
Yep.
time to get my blunt rolled, my joint rolled. E is baked and locked in. Them eyes low and glossy, boy. Almost cross-eyed.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
Yes, sir. Oh, that brownie I ate is absolutely slapping.
Fucking
But hey,
perfect.
You guys are getting all the first-hand info. I mean, I'm just spilling the beans here. for ya.
Focused, huh?
Dialed in, baby, right here.
Dialed in. Coach said he got hacked.
Oh man, I hate to hear that.
Quinn was trying to keep us on the news. Fag Bentley will be starting. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it.
Bring early foul trouble, yeah. So there you have it, sir. Let's see. Coach says NECA points, rebounds, Ezzy, or both of them. What do you think?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that brownie's nice. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I like both of them. I think Ezzy maybe has a bit better PR upside, and NECA has a better just straight up scoring upside tonight. But I do like both of their PR as just like a flat, not necessarily fantasy, but like as a flat blanket on their capability tonight. That has the highest ceiling potential, I'll say.
Word up. Well, I guess we're to the end of these questions. Unless you have something else you want to throw out there, or you want to look at the spreads or anything like that. Or are you good to go?
Yeah.
Spreads?
Yeah, let's talk about the game totals and the spreads here before we head out.
Cool.
And that way we'll have a little bit of extra time to get some cards out and get ready for some news. So looking at these game totals, one definitely appealing under tonight for sure is going to be the under for this game. Like I was saying earlier, I think Connecticut, they are due for some positive regression on defense. Like they are due for their numbers to actually match up with their stats and where they are in the league. They're top 3 across the board, except for the actual field goal percentage. So, I mean, Phoenix, they're a dedicated 3-point team. If they're not making their threes tonight, they are going to get smacked around. It might be a hot take here for you guys tonight, but if we see a blowout, I would not be surprised. Heard it here.
Heard it here first.
Yeah. So I like the under here. I like Connecticut to also just win outright now that they're back at home. And then I think one of the more appealing kind of hedge props that we could have today is the first half. We're getting a nice little extra here on it. I know Big Two's going to be wondering about this one, but I do like Phoenix to at least hang in the first half here for this plus 4.5. I think this one is a really solid hedge bet for taking Connecticut for the other one.
Okie doke.
We can see that.
We're hoping Phoenix doesn't do what they did to us last game, huh? You're feeling a comeback game from them, aren't you?
Yeah, I think that they come out swinging, and we see both teams come out and perform like a normal game. And then towards the latter half of the game, I think Connecticut coming off that rest, back at home, AT, she establishes dominance tonight, and they just work the game clock.
Yeah, I could see that. I don't think they can go out twice, two games in a row that nasty. Darborn says Boston for over 12.5 points. And RJ says Clark, Big Caitlin, over 12.5 RA. Either of those hit you?
Yeah. So Boston, I mean, what does she move right now? Let me look.
Brownies.
Oh, I was like, is she at 12.5? Yeah, I mean, she's at 12 on here. I get it. I totally get it with Nalissa Smith not starting. I mean, Boston, she's definitely been a lot more active, just shooting overall, period. I mean, we go.
She is 12.5 on Underdog, by the way.
Yeah.
12.5 on
this last
Parlay,
game-
too. Interesting. She's best value on PrizePicks. So that's kind of cool. If you do like Boston, take her on PrizePicks at 12. Leon and Alice, I mean, when you eat a brownie, Leon and Alice need to just get and understand Dad is chilling. Just let him be right now.
Yeah, well, it's about 10 minutes until you know what. So he's trying to EAT early, and I'm like, no, dude, it's not time. Go sit down. But yeah. Boston. So Boston's really interesting today. This last game, they got smacked around by Vegas. No surprise on the back-to-back, and she was kind of on pace for around that double-digit field goal range. I like the promise of the upside here, but the fouls. These fouls are annoying. She's been fouling a little bit more lately, but she's also getting the free throw line. So if she's keeping her hands to herself, I like her. She's going to go out and play pretty heavy minutes again. Wait, I'm totally looking at the wrong person. Like, I'm like tripping out.
Brownies, brownies. Oh, brownies.
No, I clicked on the right one. The stupid thing opened up Fact Bentley again. I'm about to say, I know she had double-digit field goal attempts here. So yeah,
User error.
You hush your face. Yeah,
all right.
Definitely stoner moment there. So you guys can laugh at that one.
You're pissing me off, bro. I'm not high enough looking at you. Fuck. Can we end this so I can go roll this joint? Shit.
Yeah, she's been kind of.
I'm just kidding. We don't got to end it. Go ahead. My bad.
She's playing a little bit more active and like a 4. Like if you've seen her from last year, she actually shed a lot of weight and she looks a lot more active in like a stretch big and not like a traditional 5. So I think there's a lot of room for the scoring upside here. I mean, she only played 26 minutes because they were getting spanked, and I mean, shoot, we could see another 14, 15 field goal attempts from her, no problem. I will say Christy Wallace is back, so that does kind of bring another shooter. So maybe take off like 2 to 3 field goal attempts overall. But still, yeah, really, really solid upside here. Something to consider, for sure.
I kind of like that 12 points. I must admit.
She will probably bump soon because they did just move Clark from 19.5 down to 19. So I wouldn't be surprised to see her take that 0.5 over there.
Mm-hmm. She's 12.5 everywhere. So
yeah.
Interesting.
So and NECA, she was just at 19.5, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is more appropriate. I can see the 19 points here. That honestly makes it maybe a little bit more appealing with her line movement down, and Ezzy, she opened at 12.5, so she went up a little bit here. I get it. Yeah, now if I had to pick, I mean, this 19, that's not bad. I mean, she only missed out this last game because of the blowout. And then Skylar is going to be Skylar. She's going to be the wild. She's going to be the wild card for this team. I'm honestly just fading her.
Yes.
Until I see something steady. So you do what you want with her.
It's Legend Matt said, gotta go. Don't really type much in chats, but wanted to say thank you. Appreciate watching your content, lives, and listening to your advice on props. Appreciate you, Matt. That's what's up.
I love to hear it. I definitely appreciate it, and appreciate all you guys stopping by. It means a lot, and it really is helping us out more than you know.
True statement.
And we had a quick question about Clark's RA.
Yeah.
I love the assist upside for her tonight. I got her maybe for a bold take, but I got her for almost a double-double tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets 10 assists. The rebounding was kind of all over the place here the last couple of games. I think Fag Bentley starting again is kind of somewhat of a concern, but the Sparks are also pretty bad on offense just overall. So a lot of breaks to go up in this game on both sides, a lot of struggling offenses on both sides. So I get it. I mean, we actually played her. It's funny you ask. We played her the other night when she opened at 11.5, and that was in this particular matchup. So I get it. Just know you're basically, now we're playing an adjusted line, and it's a little bit more of a sweat, but I totally get it.
Yes, sir. I had a question for you, and then I forgot. How's that do for you? How's that make you feel?
Well, either you've been hanging out around me for too much here lately, or maybe I answered it somehow.
What the fuck was it? God dang, it was a good question too. Oh well. Starborn got a question. He can. Oh, maybe I'll remember later. He said, "We like Cloud over assists and Brianna Jones for points, but do you think it could be a blowout? What to do?"
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I would not be surprised if, I don't want to eat my words here, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did see somewhat of a blowout. Connecticut, they've been playing really well, and teams are just shooting extremely efficient against them. So if that three ball is not landing tonight, and Carrington is out there making life hell for Copper in that mid-range, then this team is really going to struggle, because that 1-2 punch with the Twin Towers down low, with no Becca Allen tonight, they are not going to have an answer for that. Once Bree Jones and AT get running downhill, they are drawing fouls.
Right. I just remembered my question. Did you know about Fag Bentley before the season started? I had no fucking clue. She just came in and started looking like a good player in this league. Well, how did that happen? Am I behind or what?
No, I mean, she's definitely been one of the more hopeful pieces off the bench for them, and I think that, I hate to say it, but I swear to God, man, every single year Indiana, they recruit a big, and then they draft another big after that, or they trade for somebody else, and I'm like, I feel like they've just gone through so many different bigs here and now on this team, and she somehow she got a few minutes on the court. I think that first game she played like 12 or 13 minutes, but no fly zone in the paint, massive defensive boost rating to the team overall, and then the on and off struggles for Nalissa Smith. We've seen it all last year, and the coach gets pissed at her. So now we have a real player to actually back her up. It's not Lexi Hull and
right.
Emma Cannon from last year. Like, this is a legit player.
Right. Is she a rookie? No. I just don't know where she came from. She's too good to just appear.
No, she's
wow.
seasoned. She's 31. Yeah, she's 31 years old.
I'm looking at her stats right now. Wow, she played in 2017, 18, and 19, and then didn't play for 4 years. Where was she?
Yeah, I believe she played overseas, if I'm not mistaken. And then, she just had the opportunity to come over here and basically she just had a chance. She was going to play garbage minutes and filler minutes off the bench, and now coach is absolutely in love with her. And these are serious minutes. These are serious minutes.
She goes out there and makes the team look good. It's good for Smith, because then Smith got to shape up when she's on the court. And I noticed she was playing a little better coming off the bench, actually.
She was, and I think that honestly, that's a better role for her. She's for me, I view her like Horston. I think it's a player who has a lot of potential. We've seen a lot of the flash in the pan, and we've seen them also get the start. And so far, coaches are looking the other direction. So these players, they got to get hungry. They got to show them something.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I feel caught up.
Yes, sir.
How about you?
Real fast. Just because I didn't finish on these two, I do think tonight I would not be surprised to see Indiana pull off the win here. That I think is pretty straightforward. The Sparks, I could see keeping it close, so maybe this 5.5 somewhat appealing, but this one I think is honestly a true pick'em game. Both these teams are just absolutely awful, and wouldn't be surprised to see either side win here, honestly. And then on the other side, I feel like Seattle is getting a little bit more credit than they deserve. -125 kind of seems a bit generous. I wouldn't be surprised if the Sky hang in there, but they also have been playing quite a few games here recently. So maybe here, let's get the old sneaky peek at the first half here. Oh, they're not giving us anything.
Cool Ken says, new subscriber today. Finally, a channel breaking down WNBA. I like that. I like reading that. That's real. That's what we've been saying. There's not that many out there doing this, huh?
No, not at all. And hey, again, appreciate you guys so much. It absolutely means a lot to us, and love to hear that. Love to hear it.
Yeah, your first day at WNBA was like Christmas, bro. So that's, of course, when you love it like this, there's nothing better than that. When you love what you're doing, that's how you really get into it. That's how you know it's going to be good.
Exactly, and it's been really good to us so far. No complaints here, and hoping to keep it going.
Yeah, man, that too. We already know the bookies aren't on it as much as NBA or NFL or MLB because not as many people bet. D says Mitchell over PRA.
Yeah, let's take a look at Mitchell, man. She has been the ultra sweat of sweatiest sweats. I mean, absolute.
Coming through in the fourth, huh? Last minute.
Yeah, yeah. Very, very sweat last minute stuff. Yeah, the PRA. I mean, I totally get it. I would consider the PRA and just the straight up points again. I would like to see her more involved in the first half. That's been a little disappointing, kind of a night and day from the start of the season. But I mean, she's due for a big game. She's due for a solid 20 piece, 30 piece. So I get it. Maybe tonight we see a little bit more Clark. She could eat into that usage. But yeah, I mean, I totally get it. The sparks they're allowing not only the most assists per game, but that correlates hand in hand to the 3-point percentage. They're allowing the second most, top 3 in the league. So high conversion, high threes going up, all makes sense. I mean, she does both of them. I absolutely get it. And it kind of makes sense also with one of my favorite plays. Again, the combo assist prop between AT and Clark, but Clark just outright at 6.5. I love that today. It was one of my favorite plays.
Yeah, and Kelsey's cool because if she shits the bed in the first half, you can go ahead and take that second half because, people will bump that down and you'll get that value. So that's another way to look at it too. Kendrick
They've done
says
it every single game.
Yeah, right? And we got her, 5.5 points that one time? That was crazy. That was just so easy.
Yeah.
I love those type plays. Kendrick says Lloyd and Clark 3-point made. 3-point combo. How's that hit you?
It's not bad.
So
Lloyd's
streaky,
been
huh? Yeah,
she's
Lloyd
so
is.
hit or miss right now.
It's hard to bet on
I-
that.
I know she went off this last game finally. She finally had 4 threes made, but man, she was really struggling from the field. And it's a good matchup, or it's a decent matchup, I'll say. It's not really a great matchup, but I mean, it was Washington last game, so I would hope she gets over. And I mean, you just look at it on the season though. That's a little bit of a but I mean, also in that same breath, I could also see Clark going out and dropping 4 or 5 threes today, no problem.
She's due. It's going to happen one day, sooner or later. M says Cat for less than 19.5 points. NBA.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, Cat's been due for a game. Like, I feel like the entire postseason now, and we were somewhat on him the first game and absolutely shit the bed. Just could not land a bucket. He seems to just be more fine with that facilitating role. I think his RA has a really solid upside, or the rebounds to straight out. I mean, he could catch fire, but so far between Lively and Washington, they've been able to really contain him. So, I mean, unless he goes out, drops whatever kind of random game from 3-point line, I could see him continuing not only to struggle, but I think at this point, coaches got to be like, hey, we're going to limit the field goal attempt volume for the guys that have been struggling throughout the whole series, and just kind of spread the ball around a little bit more.
Coolio, bro.
Yeah.
You need another brownie? Or are you good?
No, I think the dog's getting ready to go EAT, and yep, I like Connolly. Connolly, he's been shooting the ball. That's all Connolly's been doing. He's not even passing the damn thing anymore.
Which is strange, huh?
Yeah, it's super strange, and it's weird, but I mean, they got to have him as more of a scorer. Ant has basically filled in for the RA role. I mean, last game he almost had a triple-double. So
yeah.
I get it. Somebody else is going to help out. And Lively is hurt. Yeah, Lively hurt kind of sucks. I mean, maybe the interior is kind of exposed a little bit more. I think that directly helps out Rudy more so than anything. Maybe Rudy and Nas, but I mean, they've been kind of shadow help coverage on the inside, and I mean, so far, unless Cat can get that mid range going or from beyond the arc, he probably continues to struggle. All right, y'all. I think that's about it for now. We we got all the news, I believe, that we're waiting on. Yeah. So we're caught up to everything right now. I got all the props out for you guys hopefully before any more bumps. Definitely scoop up this Cloud assist and something before it bumps. I'm sure it will here shortly. And that Hamby rebounds as well if you don't have the assist combo here. Assist combo, like I said, still a favorite play of the day. Absolutely love it. I got them for almost 10 apiece. And that's gonna be about it for tonight, man. How you feeling?
Good, man. I'm glad to be back. We had that whole day off. I was feeding for some WNBA, so we got it now coming up in here in an hour. Can't wait. And we get to watch Caitlin!
Yeah. Oh, real fast before we head out of here, I knew they were going to bump it a little bit, but you guys can still find this on the books somewhere. She was at minus 140, but Miss Clark here is 2.5 threes on the books. I know PrizePicks has it at 3. I think there's a high push potential for that, but I love this 2.5 on the books. Minus 160, very, very solid play for us.
What would you throw at that? That Connecticut money line, maybe, or
Yeah, zoom in.
ooh.
Yeah, I think you could do the Connecticut money line. That would be a pretty solid play for us today. That would give us actually plus 110 if you wanted to do that.
What do you think?
That's good. Just get the URL out of there if you can.
You're a URL. Oh,
Pretty
my
please.
bad. There you go.
And thank you. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. I like these two, and like I said, straight bet here for Caitlin Clark. I had it as a full unit play, so I'm feeling a little wild here, and I think she's going to drain at least three threes for us today.
Matt says if you're a cat stan, you could take 15 FGA field goal attempts on Dabble. Who's a cat stan though? Whew, that'd be a sad life.
Yeah, the field goal attempts, I could see that better. I mean, the shots aren't landing, so maybe they do, maybe they don't, but this still is a game on the road. And it might be a bold take here, but there's no way the Timberwolves get swept, right? There's no way this is a 4-0.
I wouldn't say no way.
I mean, you think that they're really just going to end it right here?
Maybe. I don't know. I do not know.
Okay, well, we're gonna go with hot takes because the league has been absolutely greedy at every chance that they've been able to. So this is one bet. We'll leave this locked in for something, and then I think just outright today, the Minnesota, they pull off the upset to go one more game, at least one more game.
Okie doke. If you say so.
It has been said.
Sounds good, bro. Well, go eat another brownie or something.
Oh yeah, we're gonna go in the labs. I'm gonna go in the kitchen, and it's gonna be some fun here. We still got one more taco on the way, so keep an eye out for that. And again, if you guys could just do us a huge favor, hit that like and subscribe down below. And also, we're still rolling out that 7-day free trial for the Discord, so check that out down below. And we will see you guys back here tomorrow. So good luck tonight, and have a good one.
Peace.